Big question from 4-year-old Everett from Delmar. Is it your job to paint the lines on the road? Hello, New Yorkers. Well, we asked you to submit your questions to me, and we got literally 600 submissions. So in order to answer them all, let's get started. I'm really excited. So we heard from Palmer H. in Syracuse, who's wondering something that's on the minds of so many New Yorkers. How are we going to deal with the affordability crisis and build more housing and have more protections for tenants upstate? Well, Palmer, we tackled that in our most recent budget. I'm really proud that we were able to put together the most comprehensive housing package in generations, and at the cornerstone of it is affordability. You know how we make housing more affordable? We build more supply. Supply and demand. More supply, the prices go down, whether it's for housing or for its rentals. And we have tenant protections that every community can adopt. It's up to them, but they're in place, as well as incentives for developers to build more upstate, not just in New York City, which is where I'm from. So thank you, Palmer, for your question, and this is very much top of mind for all of us. Big question from 4-year-old Everett from Delmar. Is it your job to paint the lines on the road? Great question, Everett. I wondered that myself. But when I became governor, I realized I don't do this personally, but we have a whole team of people. Maybe someday you're going to want to become part of our state workforce, and you can be the one who helps paint the lines. But we have money to fix the roads so your parents don't have to drive over potholes. We all hate the potholes. We have money for paving our highways and taking care of our bridges. But as you noticed, Everett, those yellow lines are really important to keep people safe. But no, I don't personally paint them. Next question. Sarah A. from Pearl River says, Dear Governor Kathy Hochul, I'm just so happy and encouraged by your 2025 budget. Thank you, Sarah. Is there any way you could add more money to prevent crime, especially crime in the subway, retail theft, and other ways to keep our state safer and improve the quality of life? Well, Sarah, that's what keeps me up at night. You know, those very issues that you've raised, how we can keep New Yorkers safe. That is my #1 priority. And we have to focus on this in our budget, where I can allocate money to increase the number of law enforcement fighting retail theft, for example, and what our state police is doing to keep gun crime down. And it is at record lows, but we're not taking our foot off the gas. We have penalties for people who assault retail workers to create a disincentive. We're making sure they lock up those illegal cannabis shops. But the subways, we've driven subway crime down to some of its lower levels than we've seen in years, but we're not ever going to stop. Every single day we're focusing on your public safety and the safety of all New Yorkers. Great question, Sarah. John S. from Syracuse says, will this new budget increase our taxes? No, absolutely not. I said no, not going to happen. So we're increasing our savings so we're ready for a rainy day. So we have very healthy reserves. It's been my priority. I spend time in local government. I know how important it is to make sure that when something happens you didn't predict or budget for, you have the money to take care of it without raising taxes. So glad we could say no. Logan, age 9 from Plainview asks, how does the governor work with Washington, D.C., and how does the governor decide who should handle the problems? Well, Logan, that's a wonderful question. I spend time in Washington as a member of Congress, now as a governor, so I understand how they do work together. We spend a lot of time talking to the White House. I talk to the president and his team. I visit often to talk about issues that are important to us, how we can get more money for important projects to create more jobs for your family and for you someday. We work closely with our leaders in the Senate, Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand, and members of Congress, so we're constantly deciding who should do what. But we're working on better education, health care, protecting the environment, and child care, and so many other issues. So we have great relationships with Washington, so as a result, we're a much better state and doing an even better job protecting all of our rights. Thank you very much for the questions. We'll catch you next time.